So, do you all remember Ellen Jo? Yeah, I'm sure you all remember who she is, our favorite shark girl of Zenless Zone Zero. And not only is she our favorite shark girl, she is also one of the first S-rank agents to appear in the game. And being the oldest, or you could say one of the first generations of S-rank agents, it also means that there are lots of fan art in the internet. And speaking of fan art, I actually thought of drawing Ellen Jo, as I believe being one of my first agent that I have recruited in the banner. I thought I would draw Ellen Jo as, part of my fan art. And I actually thought that drawing her would be very easy. But little did I know, it was just the beginning of a very long nightmare. So guys, join me as I tell you a story of my nightmares where I have to draw Ellen Jo.
Crikey! Well, that was a real bloody rootin'.
For those who are not familiar with the drawing process, basically for an illustration, what I have to do is basically set up a pose, finalize a pose, and last but not least, begin sketching the base. However, it is this third step that gave me a little bit of a haunting experience, because at that moment, I realized a little too late that during the sketching process, I realized Ellen has so many frills, especially in her outfits. And what's worst is that I had to spend an entire hour sketching out how should the cloth actually behave in her particular style of clothing. And you know what's even worse? Remember the sketch? A sketch is actually supposed to be a rough layout on how the pose should be. But instead, I went ahead and do the details, so that made me waste another hour into finalizing the line art. Now, on hindsight, I could actually just duplicate the layer and just thin out the lines, just clean it up. But no, I went ahead and just wasted 2 hours of my life, 1 hour each, on both the sketch as well as the line art. Oh my god. And you know what? 2 hours of my life wasted. And you may think that all that's left there is coloring, right? Well, I have to tell you guys that you are absolutely wrong. I completely forgot about her weapon, which is basically the most iconic part of her as an agent.
Damn it!
Thank goodness for MiHoYo for allowing us to download their models from their website, because these models are actually godsend. So yeah, I just spent next few hours completing the illustration and quickly posted the work, in which right after that I proceeded to grind for materials in Zenless itself. Oh boy, actually it is a really tough experience for me. So overall, what can I say? Through this haunting experience, I have learned so far is to never underestimate any type of clothing, be it a very minimal wear character or a fully clothed character just like Ellen Jo. And we must always be mentally prepared when it comes to drawing such clothing of Ellen. Alright, so thank you all so much for watching. I do hope that you guys enjoyed my entire ranting of my struggles of drawing Ellen Jo, and I will be moving on to the next character in the next episode. Do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated for the next video or the next stream. Thank you all so much for watching, and I do hope to see you guys again next time. Bye bye guys!